Did you know that 20% of people are chronic procrastinators, and that number is growing every year? You might think procrastination is just about laziness or poor time management. But it's far more complicated than that. In fact, procrastination can be linked to deeper psychological issues, like fear and stress. Studies show that procrastinators experience more anxiety and depression. And here's a shocking stat: people who procrastinate regularly are 25% more likely to suffer from burnout. So, why do we keep putting things off, even when we know it's hurting us? In this video, we'll uncover the hidden truths behind procrastination. You'll learn why it's not just a bad habit, but a pattern that's deeply rooted in your brain. But don't worry, we won't leave you hanging. We'll also share powerful strategies to help you break the cycle and take action today. Stay tuned, because once you understand the real reasons behind procrastination, overcoming it will be easier than you think. Chapter 1. Unmasking the Procrastination Trap. Why we delay success. Procrastination isn't about laziness. It's often a result of complex mental patterns, and understanding them is the first step toward overcoming it. The truth is, procrastination happens when we're avoiding discomfort. A study from the University of Calgary found that 95% of people have procrastinated on a task at some point in their lives, and that number isn't surprising. It's easy to delay something that makes us anxious, overwhelmed, or afraid of failure. Often, we procrastinate because we fear we won't do something perfectly. Perfectionism is a sneaky contributor to procrastination, as the fear of making mistakes paralyzes us into inaction. The problem is that the more we avoid tasks, the bigger they grow in our minds. But here's an interesting fact: procrastination actually makes us feel worse about the task. Research by Dr. Fuchsia Saroy found that procrastinators experience more guilt, shame, and stress over time. To beat this cycle, we need to break it down into manageable pieces. Start by recognizing when your brain is signaling discomfort, and choose a small task to ease into. As Harvard psychologist Dr. Daniel Goleman puts it, the emotional brain is wired to avoid discomfort, but the rational brain knows the importance of action. So, it's time to take the first step, no matter how small. Another powerful strategy is called temporal discounting, which means that we often devalue future rewards in favor of immediate comfort. To overcome this, try focusing on how good you'll feel after finishing the task. Use visualization techniques to imagine the relief and satisfaction of completing your work. When you shift your mindset toward the rewards, procrastination doesn't seem so tempting. Chapter 2. The Silent Saboteur. How your environment fuels procrastination. Your environment plays a huge role in procrastination. Research shows that cluttered spaces can overwhelm your mind and make it harder to focus. A study from Princeton University found that clutter reduces our ability to focus and process information. If your desk is a mess, your brain will constantly be distracted, preventing you from diving into tasks. The solution is simple: clear the clutter. Take a few minutes to tidy your workspace, and watch how your focus improves. But the environment isn't just about physical space. Your digital environment can also fuel procrastination. Social media, constant notifications, and even a noisy background can pull you away from the task at hand. In fact, a study by the University of California, Irvine, found that it takes an average of 23 minutes to refocus after an interruption. So, it's essential to remove distractions. Try using apps like Focus at Will or Forest to create a focused, distraction-free environment. Setting your phone on Do Not Disturb or using website blockers during work sessions can also be game changers. It's not just the space around you, the people in your environment matter too. Toxic relationships or unsupportive friends can hold you back from your goals. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity or criticism, it's easy to fall into procrastination. One way to combat this is by setting boundaries. If a person or situation is draining your energy, it's okay to step back. Choose to spend time with people who uplift you and encourage your growth. The good news is that a clean, organized, and supportive environment can improve productivity and reduce procrastination. Create a space where you feel inspired, comfortable, and free from distractions. In this environment, your mind will be free to focus on tasks rather than getting lost in chaos. Chapter 3. Time Terrors. The illusion of not enough time. One of the most common excuses for procrastination is, "I don't have enough time." But here's the truth: We all have 24 hours in a day. It's how we use those hours that matters. Studies show that time management isn't about having more time, it's about making better choices with the time you have. In fact, a survey by the American Psychological Association found that 58% of people say they feel overwhelmed by the amount of tasks they need to complete, yet those tasks often don't take as long as we expect. Start by tracking how you spend your time. You may be surprised by how much time you waste on small, unimportant things. A study by the National Bureau of Economic Research found that on average, Americans spend 6.5 hours per day on their phones, which can easily eat up valuable time. If you want to fight procrastination, you need to create structure. A simple time blocking strategy can help. Block out specific times for work, breaks, and other activities throughout your day. This approach helps you take control of your schedule and reduces the stress of feeling rushed. Another powerful technique is the Pomodoro method, which encourages working for 25-minute bursts followed by a 5-minute break. This method helps you stay focused while preventing burnout. After 4 sessions, take a longer break of 15-30 minutes. Research shows that working in focused bursts increases productivity by 25% and reduces mental fatigue. Lastly, challenge the idea that you don't have time. Instead, ask yourself, how can I make time for this? Time is a choice. If something is important to you, you'll find a way to fit it into your schedule. As productivity expert Laura Vanderkam says, we all have the same 24 hours. It's up to us how we use them. So, when procrastination creeps in because of time worries, remind yourself that you have the power to make the time. If you're finding this helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more actionable tips on overcoming procrastination and boosting your productivity. Chapter 4. The Energy Drain. How procrastination steals your vitality. Procrastination isn't just about avoiding tasks, it's draining. Have you ever noticed that after procrastinating, you feel exhausted? That's because putting things off takes a toll on your mental energy. When you delay tasks, your mind keeps reminding you of what you should be doing, creating mental stress. This constant internal tug-of-war burns through your energy. In fact, a study from the University of Vermont shows that procrastination can lead to higher levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. Breaking free from procrastination is like giving your energy a reset. By tackling tasks head-on, you'll stop wasting mental resources and start feeling more energized. One effective way to combat procrastination is by simply breaking tasks into smaller, less intimidating chunks. A task that feels impossible when viewed as a whole becomes far more manageable when it's split into smaller, bite-sized pieces. Start small. Begin with just 5 or 10 minutes of focused work. Once you get started, you'll be amazed at how much energy and motivation you gain. Tackling even the smallest part of a task will lift the mental burden and give you a sense of accomplishment. That momentum can quickly snowball into completing larger portions of your project. Chapter 5. The 2-minute rule. Tiny habits that rewire your brain for action. One of the easiest ways to overcome procrastination is through a simple, powerful rule. The 2-minute rule. It's based on the idea that if something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This tiny action can break the cycle of procrastination and get you moving. A small task might seem trivial, but completing it creates momentum, and that momentum helps you tackle bigger tasks. Try this. If you're feeling stuck, find one task that you can complete in less than 2 minutes, like responding to an email or making a quick note. Once you finish it, you'll feel more confident and motivated to take on something larger. The key here is to make it easy to start, and the 2-minute rule makes it simple to overcome inertia. Over time, completing these small tasks trains your brain to act immediately instead of procrastinating. It's a powerful way to build a habit of action, which will help you break free from the procrastination cycle. Chapter 6. Procrastination Detox. How to cultivate a mindset of immediate action. To truly defeat procrastination, you need to cultivate a mindset of immediate action. This mindset isn't about perfection or working non-stop. It's about getting started and focusing on progress, not perfection. One effective method is visualization. Imagine the feeling of completing a task, the relief, and the pride. This mental picture can push you to take the first step, even when you'd rather put it off. Another tip is to reframe the way you see tasks. Instead of thinking about a project as a huge mountain, break it down into manageable steps. Each step you take will bring you closer to your goal. And when you finish, you'll feel proud of what you've accomplished. Remember, procrastination isn't a life sentence. By practicing these techniques and developing a mindset of action, you can transform your relationship with tasks and make procrastination a thing of the past. It's time to take action, and there's no better moment than now. If you're ready to stop procrastinating and start achieving, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on more tips and strategies for personal development. By now, you should have a clearer understanding of why procrastination happens and how you can beat it. The journey to overcoming procrastination doesn't have to be difficult. It just takes awareness, small actions, and a change in mindset. Start today, and watch how much more productive and energized you become.